Hello there, and welcome to this week's newsletter by Wellness Redone. This time, I thought that instead of writing a blog post, I would try a vlog, a video blog, and interact with you. So, this week's vlog is on sugar cravings and what causes them. And I don't know about you, but I certainly have had my share of sugar cravings, and I still do sometimes. And they just are so engulfing, disabling. They make it hard to do anything except give in and give in to that sugar craving. So I wanted to talk to you about three things that cause sugar cravings. There are many things that can cause sugar cravings, but three in particular that I want to mention today. So the first one is processed food. The more processed, refined junk food we have, the more sugar we crave. And why is that? Because processed junk food has a lot of sugar in it. Majority of the products have tons of sugar. The sugar companies aim to please our taste buds. They look for what they call the bliss point of a product. The bliss point of a product is the point where the consumer eats it and says, this is so good. And the consumer thinks, I want to keep eating this, I want to keep buying this, and I just want to keep enjoying this. This is the bliss point. In order to reach the bliss point, they need to put a lot of sugar or a lot of salt or a lot of fat. Unfortunately, not the good kind of fat. But we will talk about sugar today. So when they put a ton of sugar and we keep eating it, the body keeps wanting more. Also remember that refined carbohydrates like white bread, white rice, white pasta, they all convert into sugar in the body. So the body is getting sugar from eating cookies, the body is getting sugar from eating muffins, but the body is also getting sugar from eating rice and potatoes. And so the body is like, I like sugar, I want sugar. So it craves more sugar. So one reason is the refined white products that we're eating, the rice, potatoes, any white flour, white pasta, etc. And the other being that processed junk food is what's making us crave sugar even more. The second is stress levels. It's the year 2019. The average woman's stress level is very high. Whether it's a young woman out in the corporate world who is looking to go up the career ladder, trying to live a healthy lifestyle, go out and travel, just go and live her dreams, or whether it's the woman who has young children, is trying to make ends meet, is trying to keep a nice social life, keep up with a good quality of life, again thinking about balancing life, doing the best for her family, or whether it's the woman who's got an empty nest, dealing with hormonal issues, menopausal issues, family issues, financial issues, still struggling with a career. There are so many different reasons for high stress. We've all been through it, and I'm sure many of us are there today dealing with high stress, whether it's family, financial, health issues, or anything at all. So stress levels are high. In 2019, all women will have high stress levels. The important thing is, and for now I'll say that what stress does to sugar cravings, it is that it releases the hormone cortisol, which is released by the adrenal glands. Now when cortisol is released, the body wants one of three things: sugar, fat, or salt. High stress, you're always looking at wanting sugar, fat, or salt. So those of you who have had this craving, and I know I have, is like, I just want something salty and crunchy. That's all I want. Salty, crunchy. I want a bag of chips. Somebody get me a bag of chips. That's your cortisol talking. When you have, you're at work and you have a deadline for the end of the day, by the end of the day, X needs to be done. And you know that 3-4 p.m. time slot where we get that energy slump, and you're like out there looking for a muffin or even just one tiny piece of chocolate, that's your stress response calling. So that's another reason that we get sugar cravings, high stress levels. And we're going to talk about what we can do to overcome this in a few minutes. The third is not something that many people are aware of, and that is the gut microbiome. So in our guts, we have good bacteria and we have bad bacteria. And we need both. But we need them in balance. Certain amount of good and a certain amount of bad. Many of us, many of us have dysbiosis, which is called an imbalance, where we have not enough of the good and too much of the bad. And how does this happen? This happens due to overuse of antibiotics. This happens due to eating foods that we're allergic to or intolerant to and either don't know about it or don't realize it or choose to still continue eating it. There are many other reasons for it. But the important thing to know is the microbiome in your gut can cause cravings. Okay? The bacteria in the gut wants certain foods to survive and thrive, and it's going to make you crave those foods. And one of the top foods for bacteria to feed on is sugar. So they are definitely going to do that because they want specific foods for their own growth, and they will send messages to the brain that they want that food. And so in turn, we're going to be like, I want this food, like I'm dying for a piece of chocolate cake, or I just have to have that big tub of cookie dough ice cream, right? That could be the bacteria sending a message. It absolutely has the power to alter the neurotransmitters and make us crave foods that would satisfy it and help it to thrive and grow. If this sounds wacky to you, and I know it may to some of you, trust me, it is not. It is very, very, very real. Ask somebody who's had candida in their gut and had to go on a candida cleanse and has successfully cleansed their system out of it. Ask them the difference about how they felt before and how they felt after, and the difference that sugar was making in their diet. So imbalance, dysbiosis in the gut is a big reality. It is extremely common, way more common than people know about it, and it can totally make us crave sugar. So again, the three things were processed foods and refined foods, stress, and dysbiosis or imbalance of the gut microbiome. So what can we do about these cravings? So for the first one, for processed and refined foods, it's easy. It's hard, but easy. Stop junk food. Okay? We have to learn to replace white bread with breads that have a lot of grains, have seeds in them, have very high fiber. We have to replace potato chips with good quality high fat nuts. The good thing about high fat is that it stays satiated in the body. It keeps you fuller longer. You're less likely to have a craving. Plus, nuts have a good fiber content as well. Fiber and fat together, good quality fats like the nuts, will keep you full for much, much longer than a bag of chips will. Trust me. And I'm sure you've had this experience where you've had a whole bag of chips and half an hour later you're like, I'm hungry. Yeah, because those are empty calories. They don't give you any fiber, any good quality fats that will stick in the system and keep you full longer. You can replace pasta for pasta-like vegetables. So vegetables like spiralized zucchini, spaghetti squash, spiralized carrots, spiralized beetroot. A lot of these veggies, when you spiralize them, put your pasta sauce on it, whatever protein you're having, and go for it. You'll be amazed how filling they are. And they're so, so good for you. This way you eat your vegetables. You're not increasing your sugar levels. You're not eating a high carb meal, which you want to stay away from. And you're feeling full and you're giving the body what it needs. So those are some suggestions to stop junk food. Now, in terms of de-stressing, I know this is all around you, but I'm still going to say it. Workouts, meditation, breathing, whatever works for you and whatever you have time for. I know that you have a crazy work day, and even if you're not working, I know there are a ton of things to do that are keeping you very busy. Pick whatever works for you. This last week, I wasn't able to go for any kind of workout classes. I literally just put on YouTube, searched yoga, 15-minute yoga during my lunch break, and I did 15 minutes yoga. After that, I did 5 minutes of meditation, and that was it. But that helped me so much. It helped me de-stress. In fact, I had back pain that morning, which disappeared after that. So, I love that about YouTube, that you can just go on and you can search 5-minute yoga or a 20-minute HIIT workout or whatever it is that you like. You can just go and do that. or you can go for a walk. If you're in Toronto like me with minus 25, you may not want to go for a walk, at least outdoors, but anywhere else where the weather is more tolerant and reasonable, go for a walk, even if it's a 10-minute walk. You know, those 10 minutes that we stand for a water cooler chat, or we're making a phone call, or we're scrolling Facebook. How about we use it to de-stress, which is going to help us immensely. There are so many studies coming out that some very, very chronic illnesses are caused by high stress levels. So we're only talking about sugar cravings here, right? We don't want cortisol to release unnecessarily. We don't want cortisol to make us crave sugar. So let's de-stress. Again, meditation, walk, yoga, the gym, bicycling, whatever works for you, and whatever time you can allot to it, but please go and do that. And the third thing is to fix the gut. So if it is a microbiome issue, now for that you're going to need a little help. So you'll need to work with a healthcare practitioner. You'll have to go with a natural healthcare practitioner, because conventional medical system does not really consider leaky gut, or I should say dysbiosis, as a potential condition. So the people you're looking for are naturopaths, holistic nutritionists, functional medical practitioners. All of them will be able to help you with a microbiome issue. And remember that you are always entitled to do your complimentary 20-minute call with me. So if you're not sure about whether your microbiome is playing up or not, let's schedule a call, and at least I can help you figure out whether it's your microbiome or not, and then you can decide what you want to do about it and who you want to go to and work with. So that was a little bit on sugar cravings. Like I said, there could be many other reasons, but these are three that are very, very common. And I wanted to talk about today. If you have any questions, by all means, email me at munira@wellnessfreedom.com. And for this week's newsletter, you're still getting your recipe and tip for the week. So recipe for the week is a coconut flour porridge, easy to make, and it's grain-free, it is gluten-free, and it's dairy-free. So, you know, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. The tip of the week is benefits of raw honey. I love raw honey. I use it all the time. I always have raw honey at home. So it's amazing. And you'll read about why it's so good. And then remember that this is the last week for my discounted nutritional consult. So if you feel that you would like to schedule a nutritional consult, by all means take this opportunity, because it is 50% off, and it's only it's the last week for 50% off. After this it goes back to the full price. So get in touch with me if you'd like to do that. So that's all for the vlog, and if you get a chance, give me some feedback. Do you like the vlog? Do you prefer a video to a long blog post that's written out? I'm always open to feedback. Take care.